My name is Jaiganesh Murugesan, and I was on a deployment with UNDP Myanmar as disaster risk reduction and recovery specialist. Overall purpose of my assignment is to provide support to the Myanmar Country Office in transitioning to their new interim country program, which they have developed after the military takeover in February 2021. And disaster resilience was a key priority, considering that Myanmar is one of the most disaster-prone country in that region. So there was a need for some technical support. So the tangible outcome from this work is that we have a kind of a collaborative dialogue happening between the ERP working group and the DRR working group. But we were able to put up this mechanism so it can be strengthened over a period of time. And we had 2 rounds of conversation, helping the agencies to understand what kind of early warning information is available in Myanmar, both from regional and global centers, how they can interpret the information, how they can use this for anticipatory actions, etc. So this is a learning process. So now the kind of a dialogue is coming towards a community of practice. So my engagement with ExpRes Roster was after my UNDP assignment in Myanmar back in 2017. So I completed my assignment, and so I started my first assignment with UNDP ExpRes Roster with UNDP Barbados. So it was a short work which they wanted. So it was very interesting because it gave me a new exposure to a region which I haven't worked, because my work has been in Asia and the Pacific, but that gave me a interesting exposure. And the second one was with Solomon Islands in the Pacific before this assignment. So all these 3 are remote works, which is quite interesting because throughout my work I have been in office doing the work. So it gave me a different experience of supporting country offices remotely. And also all these first 2 were new countries, and of course having the experience of working on a deployment also gave me that, okay, this is a very good way I can also contribute, rather than looking for full-time sometime. When I got a request for expression of interest for Myanmar, I was initially, skeptical. I was there in Myanmar for 7 years. Why do I need to go back? But when I spoke to my friends, they said, no, your expertise is something required in Myanmar now, because they are looking for 4 months. Unless until someone knows Myanmar, it's very difficult to work in the current context. Of course, for me, it's also new context because things have changed drastically after this thing. So it was really a learning experience for me in terms of, having the experience working in Myanmar, but again, going on a deployment and supporting back to the Myanmar Country Office, where I worked for a year or so, and also reconnecting with my colleagues and trying to work with them. It was really a great experience.